Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. Welcome. I am here to give you the new moon in Aquarius energy report. And let's not forget the Chinese New Year, the year of the wood snake. This year will be a year of transformation, shedding of the past and the old world, and stepping into our new relationships, our new skin, and the new world. So what do we got here? The new moon in Aquarius will be at 9 degrees. So you're going to want to pull up your natal birth chart. If you don't know, you can go to astro.com. And if you would like to pay me to do a birth chart reading, you can head over to my website at www.lucidlivingmovement.com. Now, this Aquarius 9 degrees new moon is happening January 29th at 4:35 a.m. Now, the Chinese New Year is of the wood snake, and I'll get into that at the end of this video, so stick around. So this new moon has this lucky, expansive energy because Jupiter is involved. Now, this is a lucky aspect that is giving this new moon not only the transformational qualities, but the words and the actions that are necessary to create this new start. Now, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of unexpected changes, and he's retrograde right now in Taurus, reevaluating our values. This also has to do with our money systems here in the United States and across the world. We are moving to a diversified system of money. And these shifts for this new moon will be surprising to not just others, but yourself. This is the first new moon while Pluto is in the zodiac sign of Aquarius, creating a future forward, clarity into the new world. And this is an optimistic sense of hope, initiating these leaps of faith where we have been hesitant before. And guess what? We got luck on our side this time. So don't you worry your precious little Aquarius head about it. Now is a good time to expand our repertoire in skills related to technology and communication. The focus is on taking strides towards your dreams. Don't settle. That is definitely not this new moon. We want to think big. We want to think expansive. We don't want to limit what the opportunities that we want to invite into our lives. We don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot. We want to stay adaptable to the changes because ultimately God or the universe or whatever you believe is outside of yourself, has your best interest in mind, and really knows how to get you to your goals. Stay curious and flexible. Now, this new moon is also conjunct Black Moon Lilith and the South Node. Now, Lilith represents these raw, unapologetic truths and instincts in which society usually suppresses. And we might have this urge to express our unique voice and challenge outdated norms, especially in relationships. Now, the Black Moon Lilith amplifies this unspoken desire and repressed emotions. So this transit can bring up these hidden dynamics. And the courage encourages us to have these conversations to bring this into the light. So it's not being suppressed where it's coming out in really bad and uncomfortable and inappropriate ways. Much healing could happen through this liberation and the art of detachment, helping with releasing these old wounds around rejection, control, and abandonment when we really express our authentic, raw instincts. Okay, so we may be confronted with these shadow aspects of ourselves that in turn supports growth and transformation. And this being paired with the Chinese New Year of the snake creates a shedding of the past skin where where we're releasing things that no longer are of value to us in this new world. And we're having to release the past. And when these values are more aligned to our new soul self in this new world, that's when we're going to start seeing the abundance and the shifts. Now, this is a time to set intentions and honor both individuality, which is Aquarius, and our desire for harmonious, balanced relationships and partnerships, and that's Libra. So being able to express our raw animalistic natures without fear of rejection and having that honesty and truth will also in turn liberate us to a deeper connection. So I'm super excited about this new beginning for Bitcoin. Now, I looked up Bitcoin's astrology chart and I overlaid it with this new moon in Aquarius. And I'm going to show you the chart and you will be shocked at what you see. So here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's north node, which is a karmic destiny point, is at 9 degrees of Aquarius, where this new moon is. So if you haven't had a chance to stock up on Bitcoin, this is the time before this new moon, because there's only going to be growth. We might even see it hit like $150,000. So this Bitcoin's conjunct the north node is highlighting Bitcoin's purpose and why it was really created. And it's really aligning with this new beginning of karmic activation, opportunities for growth, and stepping into the new timeline of the diversified currency. So we might see for Bitcoin, new partnerships, new connections with Bitcoin. Bitcoin might be taking on a new direction or having a bigger plan for the evolution of diversified cryptocurrency, making this a pivotal, significant event for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Now, Mercury is conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. This is transformative conversations. This will be highlighting this new moon as Pluto adds depth and intensity. This will be the theme of our conversations, maybe uncovering hidden truths or secrets that lead to breakthroughs and new beginnings. Be mindful not to obsess over needing control or needing to find out something that might not even be there. The right to analyze and dig beneath the surface could overwhelm our minds. So let's focus on empowered ideas to cultivate change, changing the status quo, like radical solutions, and how these ideas can contribute to humanity. This is an excellent time for deepening our connection, our introspection to our shadow self, uncovering hidden aspects of our psyche, and try to think inward about ours instead of outward, where we're blaming or accusing others. Venus is also conjunct Neptune. They're both benefics. They're both dreamy. They both have themes around beauty, going with the flow, relationships, money, creativity, creating a blend of dreamy romance and spiritual connection and the call to release overly practical, pragmatic, perfectionistic tendencies. As this South Node in Virgo is asking us to release perfectionism, overly stern and critical ideas, including overanalyzing, over-controlling, over-analytical, and we're finding a balance between releasing and letting go of the things that we can't control. So just kind of blowing up your floaty, floating down the river, and going with the ebbs and flows that life has to offer. Trusting in the divine, trusting in a higher power, and our practical needs of being in the known just needs to be released. We're being asked to open up our intuition and our spiritual connection and connect with the unknown. One of my favorite songs is F. Barzile, You Gotta Love the Unknown. Now, Venus and Neptune are conjunct in Pisces, and it is opposing the South Node. And our relationships that are meant to align us with our destiny are in full swing. So this is a time to attract a deep connection that is spiritually aligned, to open up, to reflect our growth. So let go of any past grievances or things that aren't serving us, and cultivate unconditional love for ourselves and others. So releasing control, overthinking, and perfectionism, and stepping into the unknown world of love, creativity, spiritual growth, evolution, and the art of allowing. This is a period I trust that the connections and opportunities are coming my way, and that are here to guide me towards my highest path. Amen. Venus is in trine to Mars. So this is a time of connection, emotional intimacy, romantic deepenings in our relationships. We want to nurture our relationships and foster healing wounds with each other around love and trust. It'll help us release and become more authentic and intimate with our partners. Now we have, let me pull up the chart for you so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so here's the new moon. Here's Pluto conjunct Mercury, in which we talked about. Here's Venus conjunct Neptune and the North Node opposing the South Node and Black Moon Lilith. And then we have this Venus trine the Mars. And we have Saturn right here also trine to Mars. Now, this trine is a healthy balance between plans of action and structure with this emotional stability, building something meaningful. So building a long-term goals with our partner that creates stability while maintaining healthy emotional boundaries committed to this healing. Mars is square to Chiron. Okay, so this right here, Mars is retrograde in Cancer, and it's squaring over to Chiron in Aries. Now, this will be happening for a couple months until around April. It'll start separating as Mars is going direct, I believe, on February 28th. Now, it's going to go back over the same areas of the sky of Cancer and Leo for the third and final time for the final re-look at before fully making a decision. Now, this Mars retrograde, I feel like it's been almost 6 months cycle, right? So we're coming out of it at the end of this month, and it's going to come out of shadow in May. But this April should bring these themes around of vulnerability. And from here to April, emotional sensitivity, our triggers, okay? Healing wounds. Now, we don't know we have wounds until we're triggered, right? So we're going to get a lot of these triggers coming through our relationships and our family members and maybe even our home, okay? So these triggers are helping us realize what is still there, what still needs to be worked on and worked around our personal identity. Now, as we're stepping into this new world, we're letting go of the old world. One, we're letting go of the old system of like currency, the old political party, right? The old relationships, our old identity, okay? And our old values. because we have been reworking these values. They're all so changing with this new energy in the new world. And so this is about us having the know-how to be able to assert ourselves emotionally charged in situations of tension and areas of discomfort, particularly around these darker emotions like anger or abandonment issues, rejection issues. So we could be emotionally sensitive for the next months. We can feel overly sensitive to perceived rejection or conflict. Healing our wounds around self-expression, independence, and action, and healing through the courageous vulnerability that facing our fears of these rejections and failures, embracing the wounds around self-confidence and emotional expression. And we can pay more attention to situations that make us feel overly sensitive, that reacts on the past childhood experiences and making a connection to our current state of being. So being able to transmute our frustrations. We're being invited to confront our fears around being ourselves and vulnerability around showing up authentically, even in the face of some of these discomfort or the uncomfortable conversations. So we're facing these emotional triggers with courage, compassion, embracing vulnerability as a path to healing and growth. So I honor my needs and assert myself with confidence and love. Now, Uranus is also sextile to Venus, and also Uranus is sextile to Mars. Now, this is the feminine and the masculine archetypes that are having this conversation of agreement with Uranus, which rules this new moon, in Taurus, which is our values. Now, this sextile to both the masculine and the feminine archetypes is giving us two planets involving a positive aspect in the face of all these changes that are occurring, where the masculine has been rethinking, reevaluating the changes that are necessary to step into his new life with his new values and the future of change, as well as the feminine's dreams and destiny that is being manifested. So this feminine is in a place of safety, relaxation, and trust in the universe and her masculine. She is in harmony, like a harmonious energy flow with the masculine as they create this change together to step into the new world and increase their value and their worth. And with this wood snake energy for 2025, let's look at a couple things. So you have to plan for growth. Growth is essential, and you can't really stop this whole snake that we have going on, right? So we have to plan for growth here, and we need to take the time to strategize for this long-term and think about the future and take steps to activate that vision for our life. So personal development and growth is huge in the year of the wood snake. Also, wood is about manifestation and creating into this reality. So we're tapping in not only to the physical world, but also to the mystical, magical world of Pisces and our intuition, as the North Node is in Pisces. The wood snake encourages us to trust our instincts and spend time reflecting on our intuition and make decisions that feel authentic and true to our desires. And then being creative and innovative when it comes to our creative endeavors. This is a time of renewal and transformation, and we're looking at where Aquarius is in our natal birth chart to see where a lot of this accelerated growth is going to be happening for the next 6-month cycle. So pay attention, to the transformations and the manifestations and the dreams coming true around you, and really just be patient and understand the process. Understand that there's nothing easy that is worth attaining. So we want to trust our inner wisdom, our bold action, and we want to look at the long-term growth in these particular partnerships and relationships that we are stepping into. So thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. If you're interested in a reading, you could head over to my website at www.lucidlivingmovement.com, and you can go to the astrology tab, and it will have all my readings there. I look forward to reading you, and I'll see you next time.